look at what you're going to submit for Concept Quiz 3 and Application Quiz 3. I'm combining this assignment to count for the Concept Quiz 3 and Application Quiz 3. So this will be the only assignment for those two quizzes. So this assignment is called the seminars because we have access to these topics, and you have a list here of topics on the bottom. It's meant to have a conversation in class, but we'll try to do this through a discussion board. So this assignment is the discussion board. Your first task is to pick one of the seminars to research, study, look at, read the articles or videos and questions. And keep in mind, after you pick your topic, you'll go through the material and you will submit the work either directly into the discussion post, or when you reply, you will attach a PDF, one or the other. Now, after you choose your topic, it'll pop up. You'll get all the information, graphs, questions, both sides of the argument, and that's the purpose of this, is to think about both sides of the argument. Think about someone that you could discuss this with, because that's in a later task. You have a conversation with someone about this, not from the class, right? So that's task 1. Task 2 is to go through the slideshow. Let's just pick one. Is the world getting better? It will look something like this, and then you have the slideshow. You can look at this other stuff, optional readings, required readings, but everything's inside of the slideshow. So you would go through it, and then it takes you through, again, is the world getting better? There is some arguments and stuff, questions being prompted. You have to analyze data, and then you go through it. So that's what you're doing. Every one of the questions has a specific slideshow with questions and information. And then you will continue. There's questions, some videos potentially. Again, so you want to pick a topic you're interested in. You will go through the material, right? And then ultimately, you're going to read a couple of the things, the required ones, go through it, take a look to help you get an understanding. There's optional ones. If this really interests you, you could look at more. And then the discussion questions are there. So let's continue. So that's your task 1 and task 2. And then in task 2, as you're going through it, you're going to identify one statistic and finding, right, that surprised you. One that's making you rethink something. From all of that information, you choose what you want. So you're going to respond to that. Task 3, you're going to steal one of the graphs, capture the graph, and embed it into the discussion post, or put it into your PDF, whatever document you're going to make a PDF. Whatever for that graph, whatever graph you use, you're going to describe the variables in the graph and what associations. You're explaining, what do we see in the graph? It's your explanation of that. Is there an association, correlation? Again, depends upon the graph you choose, so that you can describe the variables in that in the association. And then specifically here, keep this in mind, you're not going to do any calculations, but identify a test that can be conducted based on that graph you have, right? And then you have the list to choose from. So the graph has to be connected to one of these tests here. This is from our Unit 4 material. So you have to decide that you choose. Task 4 is choose only one of the discussion questions, one that you think you can answer and that you have a good answer to. But again, I want you to discuss this with somebody, as you can see the instructions. And then you're writing a paragraph, not too long, 7,500 words, really something thoughtful that you can explain based on what you learned. And then it's your answer based on what you think and the person you discuss this with thinks too. So you're coming to some understanding of what a response would be. And then lastly, to finish this off, you would respond to a peer. So you have to go through it, and then at least 50 words. It has to be thoughtful. Just don't add any words just to get to 50, but really think about, and then choose one of the prompts here to respond to someone. Maybe someone who's picked your topic, so you have a little discussion would be awesome. That's it. That's application quiz and concept quiz. It's both applying your statistical understandings to real world topics.